Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Arsenal Football Manager series. It's the final episode, number 50. I can't believe we've done 50 episodes in this series, but today we're going to round up the series as a whole. We'll do the season review as per usual. We'll look at all the other leagues. We'll see who won the Champions League, the Europa League, etc., as well as the Championship, League One and League Two. And we'll have a look around the world, such as the Bundesliga, France, Italy, and Spain. I've also put the webcam on as well today because I wanted this video to be a little bit more personal to you guys as well. I really want to say thank you for all the support that you guys have shown on this series at the start, because this has been recorded since beta basically, so back in early November time. 50 episodes is incredible, and at that point I had about 50 subscribers on this channel. And we're now about 50 away from 1,000. As I record this, we're almost at 950 subs. So I just wanted to thank you guys for all the support. This is going to be a new approach going forwards. I've just moved house. Those of you that follow me on Twitter will know I've just moved house. I've converted my conservatory into my new office. So I just wanted to put that out there. If you're not following me on Twitter, please do so. Links in the description down below. There's going to be all the info as well about the new series, the new Football Manager series, which starts next week. I haven't quite decided who it's going to be with yet, so if you've got any suggestions, make sure you drop them in the comments below. I'm looking at potentially Championship or League One clubs to start a new series with. The way that I've got to think about it as well is that I can probably do about 80 episodes between now and the end of FM21. So I can't start too low, so maybe a middle ground, Championship or League One side. Leave me your feedback in the comments below. Let me know who you would like to see me do a series with. Now, as it's the final episode as well, can we get 50 likes on today's video? 50 episode equals 50 likes, surely. I want this to be the best video that it can be and round up the series in style. Right, let's get on to the season review then. Of course, this is the end of Season 4. Let's have a look at our new arrivals. The players that we brought in, of course, Esposito, who we brought in from Inter for £64 million. Made 38 appearances for us, 10 off the bench, scored 34 goals, an average rating of 7.14. What a signing he was, effectively, to replace Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Ibanez as well, the 25-year-old centre-back, £38 million, made 44 appearances for us, got 4 goals as well, a 7.1. Marcus Edwards was okay, we brought him in on a free, made 15 starts, 7 off the bench, got himself 6 goals and 5 assists, which is not too bad. Giovanni Reina, he also weighed in with 14 goals in 40 games, he cost £85 million, that was a very expensive signing. Just under that, 84 million, Nicolo Barella, 41 appearances, 4 goals, 6.86 average rating. I thought he was a bit better than that. And then finally, the wonder kid, Reynaldo Ortiz. He made 16 appearances, 13 off the bench. Really came on this season. Got himself a couple of goals and a couple of assists as well. I was really impressed with him for a 19, 20-year-old player. Now, in terms of the Premier League, it was actually our worst finish in 4 seasons. We finished in 3rd place in the table, 88 points. But funnily enough, that was the most that we accumulated throughout the entire 4 seasons. Everybody up their game, especially Liverpool, who only lost 1 game all season, which was to us. So, a little bit disappointing not to win the title. Man United up their game as well. They ended up finishing in 2nd. Man City in 4th. As far as the Champions League was concerned, we were knocked out once again in the first knockout round by AC Milan. The group was a bit dodgy after we lost 2 games against Bayer Leverkusen and Atletico Madrid, but we came on strong towards the end. We got a victory at home against AC Milan, but then in the away leg, losing by a goal to 0 and going out on away goals. The FA Cup was never something that we were successful in the entire save, and we were knocked out in the 5th round by Championship Burnley, which was massively embarrassing, really. In the Carabao Cup, once again we reached the final. Once again we lost to Liverpool. We won't bother talking about that. And we won the Community Shield by 2 goals to 1 against Manchester United. Now, our biggest win of the season was 6 goals to 0 against Everton. The match to remember, for some reason, was a 2-0 victory away at Brighton. Don't know why that's the match to remember. Maybe it was one that put us top of the table for a brief moment in time. It could have been because Brighton have always been one of our bogey sides as well. Goal of the season came to Marcus Edwards in the FA Cup in the 6-1 victory against Brentford. Finances-wise, we're always making money at Arsenal. We've never been in any kind of debt. And in terms of how we lined up, we predominantly played the 4-2-3-1 this season. Just looking at the side, would this be my best 11? I'd say probably not. Szoboszlai, Aouar, Barella is fine. Esposito. I would probably change up the wingers. We'd probably put Reina in. Maybe Pepe as well. Pepe had a decent season here and there. Or even putting Bukayo Saka on that right-hand side. But in terms of the accolades, we won Manager of the Month for May. We won it for December. We won it for February and for April. Fans Player of the Season was Esposito. Young Player of the Season, Esposito. And Signing of the Season as well. Marcus Edwards, as discussed, got Goal of the Season. Esposito, top goal scorer with 34 goals. Aouar got 12 assists. Of course, we nearly lost him in the January transfer window. Esposito got 10 Man of the Match awards. He got the highest average rating. The most passes completed per 90 minutes was Reynaldo Ortiz. Most Player of the Match awards, record breaker, was gone to Esposito for 10. And obviously the highest transfer fee that we paid was for Giovanni Reina. So that kind of rounds up the entire season in one little clump. But let's just dig a little bit deeper into some of the numbers. So let's have a look at this side. Let's go by appearances. The most appearances made was by Ibanez, who of course we brought in from Roma in the summer transfer window. He ended up being a really, really good signing for us. I was very happy with the performances that he put in. That was closely followed by Nicolo Barella with 41. Ramsdale made 41 appearances as well. He really pushed Leno out of the side in our final year here. Giovanni Reina as well, of course, 40 appearances, 39 for Aouar. Gabriel Esposito making 38. Greg Taylor making 32 appearances, who, of course, we signed in Season 1. I think it was Season 1, yeah, 21-22. £5 million we got him for. And he's really proved value for money. If you want a cheap signing left-back, I would highly recommend Greg Taylor from Celtic. He's been superb for me. Couldn't be any more happy with his performances. Bellerin made 32, and then the rest are in the 20s. Was there anyone who didn't make an appearance? I don't think that there was. Even Eddie Nketiah was the lowest. He only made the 1. Even William Saliba made 9. So everybody played their part this season. Now, in terms of goals, of course, the top goal scorer was Esposito, 34 goals altogether. There was only 2 players that hit double figures, which is pretty surprising to me. 14 for Reina, and then we go down to 8 for Saka and Szoboszlai. Nicolas Pepe and Luka Jovic both on 7. Edwards 6. Iconi 5. Martinelli 5. Barella 4. Ibanez 4. 3 for Aouar. 2 for Ortiz. The rest of them are on 1. I'm just looking at any players who didn't score a goal. Nothing for Tierney. 22 appearances, no goals. Obviously, Aaron Ramsdale's not going to get one. Gabriel as well. He didn't score this season either. In terms of assists, the top assist maker was Aouar. 12 assists for him for the season. Followed by 8 for Max Aarons. Good year for him. 29 starts. 8 for Szoboszlai. 7 for Reina. 6 for Saka. 5 for Thomas Partey, Marcus Edwards and Hector Bellerin. And then a few more 4s, 3s and 2s. No contributions for... these are all defenders. You wouldn't expect them to make any assists at all, really. But decent seasons all round. Good amount of assists. In terms of average rating, of course, Esposito was top of that table, 7.14. Closely followed by Hector Bellerin on a 7.12. Ramsdale as well, 7.12. Ibanez, Max Aarons again, Szoboszlai. All these guys reaching over a 7. Milinkovic, Pepe got over a 7 as well. Aouar, Greg Taylor and Kieran Tierney all over 7. I'm just looking at some of our potentially bigger players who made a lot of appearances that didn't get that. Giovanni Reina, 40 appearances on the books, just a 6.97, almost got there. So he was kind of in and out a little bit. Barella as well, 6.86, which does surprise me considering the price tag that we paid for him. But I think overall, he still had a decent season. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to get to the 1st of June, because if I have a look at the competitions, the Champions League final is going to be played between Chelsea and Man United. That's actually on the 1st of June, so we'll forward it on to the 2nd, and we'll have a look at who won things like the Champions League, the Europa League, and then all the playoffs will be done then as well. So we'll have a look around and see who got promoted and relegated, as well as looking at who got some glory in the foreign leagues like France, Spain, and Italy. Right then, so we've made it to the 2nd of June. Let's have a look around at some of the competitions and see who won what. So, of course, in terms of the Premier League, we came in 3rd position, 88 points, 89 for Man United. Liverpool winning the league. Relegations going to Brentford, Bournemouth, and Crystal Palace. Qualifying for Europe, Chelsea managed to qualify for the Europa League, Fulham the Europa League as well, and Aston Villa the Europa League 2. Everton, what did they win? I need to have a look at Everton and see what they've won to qualify for the Europa League as well. We'll check that out in just a second. But as far as the Champions League is concerned, that was won by Manchester United. 3-0 they beat Chelsea in the final. So every year that we've done this save, a English club has won the Champions League. Man City in Season 1, United in Season 2, Chelsea in Season 3, United winning it again in Season 4. The Europa League this year was won by Hertha Berlin. They beat Inter Milan in the final by 3-2. Let's have a look at see if any of our English clubs were in any of the quarters or the semis. Inter beat Bayer Leverkusen, who of course we had in the group stage of the Champions League. Monaco also going out at that stage as well. In terms of the quarter-final, still no English clubs. Rangers did make it there. And then the second knockout round, who did we have in there from England? Aston Villa came the closest, along with West Ham. They got themselves knocked out as well. So not really good representation in the Europa League from English clubs. But that final was won by Hertha Berlin, 3-2 against Inter Milan. The FA Cup this season was won by Chelsea. They beat Liverpool by 2-1 in the final. So Chelsea picking up their first FA Cup in this save. Man City winning the first two. Man United last season and Chelsea this season. As far as the Carabao Cup is concerned, of course, we know all about this. Liverpool winning it for the 3rd time in 4 years. And of course, all those times that they did win it, they beat Arsenal in the final. Man United winning it in between time. So let's have a look at some of the other English leagues then. Promoted via the playoffs were Southampton. They beat Norwich in the final of that. Burnley and Derby going up automatically in positions 1 and 2. Of course, Burnley beating us in the FA Cup. Relegated from the Championship was Sheffield Wednesday, Ipswich and Accrington Stanley in there as well. So they obviously had a good season last season in order to get there. League One, Millwall beat MK Dons in the playoff final. In terms of the league table, Huddersfield go up as champions, Charlton in second. Relegated are Burton, Shrewsbury, Harrogate Town and Bradford City. And in League 2, Gillingham promoted via the playoff final. AFC Wimbledon winning the league, Rochdale second, Solihull Moors in third, making it up to League 1. Relegated out of the Football League were Wrexham and Southend. The National League, Swindon, who slipped all the way into the National League, they beat Aldershot in the playoff final. Stockport winning the league. Swindon obviously getting promoted via the playoffs. Torquay, Guiseley, Darlington and Kettering all relegated. Now over in Spain, Barcelona, they won the league. They won it by 9 points from Real Madrid, who finished in second. Athletic Bilbao finishing in third, doing really well. Atletico Madrid fourth. Valencia, Real Betis and Sevilla. And then we've got the relegation candidates at the bottom just there. But a good season once again for Barcelona. If we have a look, they've won it every single season in this save that we've had going. Real Madrid never quite making it to that top spot. Over in Italy, Juventus winning the title once again. Lazio second, Inter third, Milan in fourth. Fiorentina, Roma and Napoli all following those up. Lecce, Crotone and Cremonese all relegated from Serie A. Over in Germany, Borussia Dortmund winning the league. Bayern Munich having a really bad season. They finished in fifth. Bayer Leverkusen in second. Mönchengladbach third. RB Leipzig fourth. Bayern fifth. Frankfurt in 6th. Berlin, who of course won the Europa League, qualifying for the Champions League this season as well. They finished in 7th with Schalke in 8th. St. Pauli and Union Berlin both relegated. And then over in France, PSG winning the league once again. Lyon in 2nd, Monaco in 3rd, Rennes in 4th, Marseille in 5th with Nice in 6th. Angers, Toulouse and Auxerre all relegated. Actually, we don't know if Angers did get relegated because they go into like a little playoff thing. So they all finished bottom of that table. And I think in terms of, did they, Olympique Lyon, of course, won the title last season. But they lost it again this season to PSG. So a really good year. PSG back to the top for them. So that rounds up all the leagues. It rounds up all the stats for episode 50. Let's have a little look to finish off. Let's have a look at the transfer history. We're going to see some of the players who we sold and just have a look at where some of those are. So let's start with Emil Smith-Rowe, who we sold to Borussia Mönchengladbach. He went on loan, but then I think he went off on a permanent. He has signed, he's still at Shandong, so he's been there since 2022. He's 23 years old now. He's over, is that in China? It must be in China. I think it is in China. So he's still out there playing. Emil Smith-Rowe. Just having a look at some of the other ones that we had. Mesut Ozil, who of course we sold to Wolves for 2.8 million in season 1. He has now retired. He spent a season at Wolves before going to Trabzonspor, but he's now retired at the grand old age of, 34 he retired. So pretty early retirement for Mesut Ozil, so quite a surprise there. Martinelli went out on loan. Let's have a look at season 2, some of the players that we sold here. Mustafi went to Borussia Mönchengladbach. I'm trying to find some big names. Lacazette, who we sold for 16 million. To PSG. He is now at Feyenoord. He's had 2 transfers since. He went to Sevilla for the from 22 to 24, and then Feyenoord as well. So he's still getting on okay. He looks as though he's decent. Let's have a little look at his career stat history. Of course, when he left us, he didn't really do anything. He went to PSG, 16 million, scored 4 goals, moved to Sevilla. They actually made a profit from him. 19.75 million, only scored 4 in 24 for them, and then he was shipped off to Feyenoord for 950k. So an interesting season for Lacazette. Who else have we got on here? Mavropanos, who of course we sold to Sheffield United. No really big outs in season 2. As far as season 3 is concerned, let's do it by the fee. Sandro Tonali, of course, who actually went at the beginning of season 4, but because of when the transfer was. Sandro Tonali going to Man City, £180 million. What sort of season did he have? Let's have a little look. 2 goals in 28 in the Premier League for Man City, just 4 assists. He did get over a 7 in terms of the average rating, though. We could never quite achieve that. But on paper, Tonali's such a good player. And he was good for us, but we never quite got a full tune out of him. Odsonne Edouard, who of course we sold to Brighton, he is still there. What sort of a year did he have? He got 10 in the first year. Half a season. This season he only scored 11 in 34, so a little bit disappointing from him. I did like Edouard, but unfortunately for us, he just didn't do it, did he? Willian, who of course was a legend at the club we sold to Celtic, he is still at Celtic at this moment in time. I wouldn't imagine that anyone's really moved. Marlon Prosser, I was a little bit gutted to lose Marlon Prosser. He is an attacking midfielder who came through our academy, mainly playing in the Papa John's Trophy in the under-23s at Man City. Looks as though he could be a decent player though. Just trying to see if there's anyone else, any really big signings that we lost and how they got on. Of course, Rob Holding we sold for 23.5 million to Roma. Obviously still there. Whether he'll go in the summer or not, I don't know. But he did make 31 appearances for Roma this season and got a 7.2 average rating. So they'll be quite pleased with that. I liked Rob Holding. Still only 28 years old. He's got a few years left in him, I believe. But I think, really, that's about it in terms of big sales and big signings that we've made. Just looking through, Luka Jovic, obviously Ibanez, Aouar still at the club. Diallo, who we ended up selling, he's now at Atalanta after we sold him there. Only made 19 appearances this last season. So overall, I think in terms of transfers in and transfers out, we probably got the better deals overall in this series. So that's it, guys. I don't think I've got any more to add. That is the end of the Arsenal Football Manager series. 50 episodes that I've really enjoyed. I just want to thank you once again for all the support that you've shown on it. I really, really do appreciate it. I hope you'll stick around on the channel for future content. We'll have a new Football Manager series coming out this next week. So please do stay tuned for that. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. I'll try and make some announcements on there. Unfortunately, because we're not at 1,000 subscribers yet, I haven't got a little community page on YouTube. But as soon as I have, I'll definitely be using that. I'm also looking to upload some FIFA Career Mode to the channel. It is a game that I play off camera quite a lot. I'd love to bring a series to it. I know it won't get massive views. Some of you might not like it, might not enjoy it, which is absolutely fine. But some of you may do. Give it a try over the next couple of weeks when I bring that series out. But until next time, guys, thank you once again for all the support you've shown on this series. I really appreciate it. Do drop a like on today's video if you've enjoyed. Stick around for the new series coming up next week. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Hit the little notification bell. It'll let you know every single time I upload. And until then, I'll see you very, very soon.